Welcome back, everybody. Radio host, TV star, and political commentator Mark Davis joining us right now.
Whoa.
And
there he is.
Hi.
Well,
you can catch the Mark show.
Mark,
it's tough being a teen idol, but welcome to the panel.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Unlike Justin Bieber,
thank you.
Thank you.
Over here. Hey, we all smiled during
and the whole
shots.
segment's going downhill already. What are we, 15 seconds in?
Yeah.
6:60 a.m. here in Dallas-Fort Worth. You can be heard on, but you also do... on Fridays, you're on the national show.
Right. Tomorrow, for example. I mean, the thing that links us together is my radio shows on from 7 to 10. The first 2 hours of which are carried
right here.
You can see that now. Which means there's an oddity. Tomorrow morning on Fridays, when they fire up the cameras at the 7 o'clock hour, I'm in the last hour of a 3-hour national show, Bill Bennett's Morning in America, for which I am the Friday host. It's a double oxymoron. I'm the permanent guest host. Get it?
Wow.
Anyway, and like Joan Rivers was.
So you're cross-pollinating radio and TV at the same time?
It's amazing.
How Bobby Wygant of you.
It is so cutting edge.
Wow, you're everywhere.
There's a name nobody else remembers.
Gary will explain that reference in 5 minutes to anybody who wants. And so, but then from 8 to 9 is the local shows. You get little national, little local, and tomorrow's going to be huge because it's been a huge week.
Well, somebody mentioned Joan Rivers, so can we talk? Wendy Davis making. We knew about this Dallas Morning News article last week. The national media picked up on it. You had, a lot of the talkers started picking up at Washington Post, Rush Limbaugh. They all got onto this. It is a big story. I think who was I saying it was earlier? It was Sabato said, if you're going to have a personal narrative to run on, better make sure that narrative is truthful.
Right. The bad news for Wendy is nobody likes it when you lie about hardly anything. Right. How much does it hurt you is the question. In this case, the answer is not very much and not for very long. I mean, everybody in Republican land, conservative land, oh, now we know she's a fraud, blah, blah, blah. Please. She's going to win or lose or whatever happens. She's not going to win. But how close she comes to Greg Abbott will depend far more on her ideas and her agenda rather than what age was she when she was living in the trailer.
And nobody really knows that agenda yet. We
don't
really know that agenda.
And that's not the locomotive of her stardom. Right. She's not a big deal because of a challenging youth as a single mom. A lot of people have done that. She is the abortion rights poster woman. The filibuster is what made her a star. And last time I checked, that still happened.
Yeah. All right, let's move on down the list here. The Iranian nuclear deal. It was the Iranian foreign minister that came out and basically said, just look at the deal. There is nothing in this deal that we have cut with the Obama administration that says we must dismantle any of our nuclear infrastructure. As a matter of fact, they're saying all they got to do is come down to fuel grade instead of weapons grade. And a lot of the folks who are looking at this deal are saying the Iranians are right.
We got rolled. We got absolutely rolled by the Iranians, and this is a theme that we could go. I mean, we are the flags of Al Qaeda fly above Ramadi and Fallujah. The terrorists are rubbing their hands together with glee with the upcoming Olympics. God only knows how that's going to go. These are heady days for terrorists, and a weakened America is not the only reason why, but it's a big part of the reason.
John Kerry lied to us.
Pardon? Oh, about Al Qaeda being on the run and under control. Well, I don't worry so much about John Kerry's lies as the lies of his boss.
Well, he's the only one saying it because he's the one they're pushing in the spotlight. They're not going to push anybody else out there. This is the sacrificial lamb of the moment.
The president, as recently as his New Yorker interview, will tell you that Al Qaeda is just not that big a deal. He made that sort of minor league baseball or junior varsity notion. I don't know. I mean, but what is everybody in the junior varsity trying to do? Get better, get onto varsity, and then get into college. I mean, if these are terrorists who are only at this level of expertise and they're trying to get to this level and this level and this level, and we give them the avenue to do so. That's not good.
They all want to hit a home run.
That's exactly right. They all want to point in the bleachers and have that moment. So, we'll see. And the Olympics thing makes me crazy. Why in the world have we placed an Olympic Games in the middle of a terrorist hotbed? I mean, please.
I will say this, the administration did do what I thought was a little bit of a stroke of genius when it became abundantly clear that Vladimir Putin has no prayer of providing effective security. They offered our help.
Exactly right, and it makes and it's funny. It is a good thing for us to do. It is proper for us to do it, but it just underscores the ill wisdom of placing it there in the first place.
All right, let's go out east. Governor Cuomo of New York had some very interesting things to say about conservatives. Basically, if you have a certain mindset, if you're pro-Second Amendment, if you think that abortion is wrong, then not only are you not welcome in the state of New York, you don't belong there, and you want to leave.
I know, and there are some people who may well be taking him him up on this. I mean, Andrew Cuomo is a substantial liberal. That's fine. It's New York. I expect that. But imagine the reverse. He essentially said, if you are of a certain mindset, I mean, staunchly pro-life, like, oh, I don't know, me, that you're not part of the New York culture. You're not part of New York values. Texas is a pretty conservative state. Can you imagine us ever saying something like that to people of a liberal bent, that you don't belong here? Liberals belong in Texas, largely in Austin, down in the Valley. We don't let your candidates win much, but we don't kick you out. And this is just profoundly obnoxious and profoundly stupid. And a talk show buddy of mine, Sean Hannity, whose show is now heard on 660 AM.
Yes.
We got him, has essentially said, you know, I might pack up all my stuff and move out of this high-tax, noxious, unwelcoming state and move to, I don't know, maybe Florida or Texas. And so then Lieutenant Governor Dewhurst, genius move on his part, wrote him a letter and said, you know, hey, Sean, come on in.
You know what you're saying
fine.
is basically, even if you agree with that, you don't say that. It's dumb.
No, but even how horribly stupid is it how poisonous is it to feel that way about people who politically disagree with
and it's different if Mark Davis or Chris Salcedo or says something like that, but this is an elected official who's supposed to represent everybody.
And you know what it's like? You know what it's reminiscent of? You remember Chicago and Boston, Mayor Menino in Boston, and Rahm Emanuel in Chicago said, Chick-fil-A, a company built on Christian values, you people aren't welcome here. What? I mean, disagree if you want to, but that is the level of venom and the level of poisonousness that affects some of our dialogue.
Mark Davis, seen right here on KTXD, and also you can hear him on the radio, 660 AM, and you can also hear him on Michael Bennett's Morning in the Morning.
Bill Bennett.
Bill Bennett. What did I say? What did I say? I said Michael Bennett. Okay.
That's his nephew.
Bill, yeah, exactly right. Bill Bennett.
He'll have a show someday.
Yeah, exactly. Bill Bennett's Morning in America, and that is on Fridays. Mr. Davis.
Yeah. Great to be with you guys.
Pleasure, sir.
Love this show. Love it, love it, love it.
May the force be with you.
Exactly. Live long and prosper.
Live long and prosper.
We're all sci-fi geeks. Boy, I tell you a story.
Wow.
All right, coming up next in the Texas Daily, the view of football from 5,000 feet up in the air. Holy moly, look at this.
That is not me.
Hello.
Stay with us, everybody.
That's gutsy.
Lift and separate.